it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Good evening, folks. We are back once again, Del Rivers Show. This is now officially season 2 of the Del Rivers Show. I'm your host, Mark Elliott. To my right, the one and only, as usual, Del Rivers. And boy, does he have some beefs today.
I'm all beefed up.
He's all beefed up. First, I'd like to mention our sponsors, Il Duce Spa Products, a subsidiary of Crabtree and Evelyn. I was remarking on a name like Crabtree and Evelyn could never be mistaken for a black couple. That's about as white as it gets.
That's so white.
Then Del made some cracks and, yeah, you gotta be really plain white to live in White Plains.
White Plains was like a running joke we used with spilled milk when I was with that group.
But Del showed up today looking to me like the Del of old, really pissed off at life and raging.
Oh, I thought you meant because I was wearing shorts.
Oh, no, yeah. He was dressed like Johnny Cash last week, and now he's just wearing shorts again. I keep telling him, don't wear shorts on the show. No one wants to see your big hairy nutsack hanging out.
Yeah.
But Del came in really raging with a beef to the 10th power. You want to tell him about your beef this week?
I got a big bill in the mail from like Blue Cross.
Medical bills.
Medical bill kind of thing. Because from using I'm looking into getting a CPAP machine. I may get one, I may not. But the appointments and everything, by the time I got done, it was like $3,000, and then I'm stuck with a bill for like
pissed off that Blue Cross only paid less than 50% or something.
Yeah, just
screwed again.
I know, as usual.
As usual. He came up here raging about how life was just sticking it to him at every turn.
It's like, here's your life, a big shoe to the nuts.
Just clopping up here. Life sucks.
Life sucks.
And he was saying how he's looking into getting the CPAP machine for breathing, and people are like, what? It's a PAP test? So he's all pissed off about people.
Yeah, you can go for papillomavirus or something.
Yeah, And then he finally said, he goes, I don't even want this damn machine. I'd rather just die in my sleep.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I'd rather just die in my sleep peacefully than have some CPAP shoving oxygen down my throat,
Yeah, so he was really...
I'm going to lose weight, though, instead. I'm not going to, deal with,
working on the weight. How's the food going? What'd you have for breakfast? The cinnamon balls cereal? The Red Hot balls?
Cinnamon balls.
The non-gluten Red Hot balls cereal.
Yeah, that's good for you. That's good for you.
Okay.
I had salad for lunch.
Salad for lunch, really?
Plan to have ice cream for dinner. That's big half gallon of it. I don't know. No, I'm not going to eat that.
A seal test?
Seal test.
Make that
Red Hot ball cereal.
All these names that don't exist.
Seal test. I don't know.
Oh, God. So you had another a small beef,
yeah.
A funny beef. You said you had a funny beef.
Oh, yeah, I had a funny beef.
This is the secret beef that he doesn't share with me.
Why is it, any car commercial or, if you see any car commercial or movie where the actors say, road trip, I hate that. It's like you aren't, I don't care who you are, you aren't cool if you yell out, road trip. It's stupid.
When was I never saw it.
You never see that? Anytime they have a commercial or something,
I don't watch TV, though.
Oh, you don't watch TV, that's why.
I'm out of the loop.
But they have these commercials, the car commercial, where they're saving gas money or something. And all these, 50-year-old ladies in the car going, road trip! It's like, shut up. It doesn't make you look cool to say road trip.
That's your beef? That's the secret beef?
It's a beef. But I've seen it in other commercials, too, commercials in movies, you know.
I can understand your raging against the man and the machine when you came in, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like
it's a weak beef.
That's like a Vienna sausage beef.
Yeah, it's those limp Vienna sausage.
That's a limp beef. I think.
With gelatin all over it, you know. Road trip.
Oh God! And for some reason, I felt like asking Del, when is the last time he ever did a squat thrust?
Oh, from gym class?
Yeah.
It goes with like climbing the rope. You know, I could just never do them. I hate doing them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you good at anything?
No.
Were you good at parallel bars?
I was
pommel horse?
None of them. I was only good at volleyball.
I'd love to see you attempt one of these.
Oh yeah, we used to have these things you had to leap over, you know, like push on it and leap over.
The vaulting.
And I just like slammed into it and fell over. That's all I did. It was my first laughs in class. They laughed at me for that.
Was this possibly the beginnings of your comedy career?
Could have been.
Abject failure on the horse vault?
The horse vault. How can they force kids to do the horse vault? It's like, give me a break.
I remember kind of liking it.
Well, you like it. You probably had strong wrists. I got weak wrists.
I was pretty spindly.
Look how thin my wrists are. When I wear a wristwatch, it goes all the way down here.
I bet you anything that I was fit. When I was 10, I was fatter than you.
You think you were?
When I was 10, I had the build of like a 40-year-old executive. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I had like a big gut when I was 10 or 11.
I never believed that.
I'd come home from school and immediately I would eat a stack of Chips Ahoy like this. I would shove those into my mouth the way a degenerate gambler stands at a slot machine, plugging them in.
Chips Ahoy.
Swear to God. Pound those things. I'd have a glass of Coke like this and then go for a refill.
So really pound the sugar down, yeah.
Horrible. When I think back about what my diet was like when I was a kid, if I ate like that today for a week, I'd be dead. I swear
right.
I would just
succumb. If you didn't have the metabolism.
If I attempted to do it for one day, I would vomit by the end of the day.
I got probably cookie jar scars from like attempting to get a cookie and just like slam the cookie jar.
They give you the Eddie Coyle treatment. You're trying over the cookies.
Couldn't eat enough cookies, you know.
Oh man!
I had to sneak them in.
And so whenever Del comes in, he starts blabbering about stuff, and I often jot things down because you never know what he's going to come up with. But he has an invention. This is basically like he was reinventing the girdle. He called it a Henderson's harness, and it's basically supposed to be a belt that sucks a guy's gut in.
Yeah, so it's kind of flattens you out, you know, like a nice harness.
A Henderson's harness. Basically, you've taken a girdle and renamed it and tried to repackage it.
Exactly. That was going to be a commercial I was thinking of making, but haven't finished that one yet.
Okay. So, should we take a little commercial break and we'll come back and do Mystery Del?
That time has already gone by that fast?
Yeah, I think so. We're just blabbering incoherently.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll come back.
All right, we'll be back with...
I gotta get some sweat cloths and wipe the sweat off.
Flop sweat?
Flop sweat.
Flop sweat? Jesus. Not good. All right, it's a hell of a way to start out the second season. We'll be back in a minute, folks.
Jerry Bruckheimer, in association with Henbrain Productions, presents Del Rivers on his Locked and Loaded comedy tour, appearing Friday, November 23rd, one night only, at the Henbane Civic Auditorium. All tickets available at Ticketmeister outlets, cash only.
Make sure when you visit Rochester, New York, that you buy Luther and the BBB's Best Of CD and his live DVD, sold at the Bop Shop. The Best Of CD features Mr. Know-It-All, which I co-wrote with Luther, and features Bob Janik of The Insiders playing guitar.
Okay, folks, back from commercial break. Del Rivers Show, as usual.
And of course, Mark with his famous Bono glasses.
Well,
are those Bonos or Bonos?
No, I wear these because they're corrective lenses because I have a droop eye. You take these off, my eye droops a little bit.
That'd be kind
of
funny,
put them on,
actually.
you know, it corrects it, you know.
That's good.
See?
What does it do, poke you in the eye when you...
Yeah. See, now it's corrected. Now it's
Not droopy. Corrected droopy.
Droopy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I have those.
Nice.
So now, excuse me, we're going to move on to part of the show we call Mystery Del. And that's when he reveals something that I don't know about him.
Oh, I hate to say this, but just like the beef, it's a little bit lame, but I have to say it's a mystery. 'Cause
A
most
lame
people-
Mystery Del?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
I hate watermelons. And I think I'm the only one.
I swear to God,
I can't stand any kind of melons.
you need, you need a checkup by some real professionals, because I've never heard of a single human being not liking watermelon.
I know. Isn't that weird? Like, who doesn't like
I
watermelon?
remember when I was a kid, hearing racist jokes like, oh yeah, black folks like chicken and watermelon. I'm like, well, I love chicken and watermelon.
Yeah.
How can that doesn't even make any sense, Even though that's supposed to be the cliche. I've never in all my life heard of anyone who would you take a slice of juicy watermelon and say, here they go, ugh. Now I know.
I'm the one that does that. Yeah, I can't
Why
stand
don't
melons.
you like watermelon?
You know what I found out though? I guess there's something with my condition, that erythromyalgia or however you pronounce it,
Really?
where it's not, you don't like melons because it has like a
I
thing
thought
that
your
makes it
condition
worse.
was peripheral neuropathy. You have a different condition as well?
It's part of that. It's the same.
Erythromyalgia?
Erythromyalgia. Yeah. It's something to do with the temperature of the
I
nerves.
keep learning. You have. I'm gonna. All right.
It's a mystery disease.
As usual with Del, I'm forced to take notes and do research this week.
It's one of the
try and figure
myalgias. There's
It's
like
one of the myalgias.
they got so many fibromyalgia,
Yeah.
peripheral myalgias, and
He sent me to the books once to try to find out if Milton Bradley was gay. Now we'll do some
If he was a
medical
real person.
research.
yeah. Jeez.
All right. So what the fuck was the Mystery Del now? I'm all disconcerted.
That's what I told you.
That
The
was
mystery
it.
that was I hate watermelons.
You hate watermelons. Okay. All right. Hate watermelons.
cantaloupes, watermelons, any kind of melonish type
And
thing.
because of your condition,
it's the reason why I don't like it. I'm not attracted to watermelon. The something to do with the vitamins that are, or I don't know, maybe there's like a vitamin Q that's in there that I don't like or something like that.
Do you think if you wrapped your head in tinfoil, you might like melon? Now,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Del did mention to me earlier something that I also did not know, so it's sort of a little double mystery, Del. He said he once spoke with Maury Amsterdam.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I said, well, did you meet him? How did you? He goes, no, we just called him up.
Yeah, there was actually a comedian's phone book that came out in the
We
late
just called
80s.
him up.
And he just called
Said
him up.
talk to the
It was-
guy
Yeah,
for
it was
half
right
an
there.
hour.
We talked to him on the phone. Me and John Perinci.
How
another
old was
comedian.
he at this time?
Oh, he had to be like at least in the 70s, I think. But he was pretty active.
Do you
he's still
recall
active. He was,
anything-
he was
did he say
working on
anything
Young and the
interesting?
Restless. He was still on there.
He was on The Young and the Restless?
Yep, he was a bit player on Young and the Restless.
Learn something new from Del every day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so that's the mystery Del. You got the news now. You want to
Yeah,
put
dun
up
dun dun dun, the news. Dun, 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 dun. I always think of
You
the
need
teletype in the beginning or something. And then you have some like guy, from Hee Haw.
I was, it's funny. I was just gonna say Charlie Farquharson from WKLRN Radio on Hee Haw. You jumped me on it.
That
was
was
pretty
KORN's
funny.
a band instead.
KORN. Oh man,
Anyway.
my dad used to watch Hee Haw when I was a kid. I know that show inside and out.
We used to see plenty of it.
All right, off you go.
Apollo 11 astronaut. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I can't see.
Yeah, go right ahead.
That's another problem. Apollo 11 astronaut recently passed away, Neil Armstrong.
That's right.
He was apparently misquoted when he said one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. When the actual quote from the moon was, "Where's the McDonald's around here?" A survey mentioned that 1 out of 5 teenagers engages in drinking, smoking, or doing drugs during school hours. But another survey claims that 4 out of 5 teenagers are lying during school hours.
I often
They're
wonder
liars,
about
so we don't know if
I
they're telling
often
the
wonder
truth.
about the accuracy of things like that. But anyway.
Yeah, it's surveys. Who knows? Let's see. Bessie Cooper, the world's oldest person, turned 116 years old. But things kind of turned sour at her sweet 116 party when she sassed back to her 150-year-old mother when she wanted the car keys. Oh boy, I'll skip this one. This is too... Okay, oh yeah, here's sort of funny. Apparently, the U.S. Postal Service relies on UPS and FedEx to do its work, to do its bidding. There is some consideration to even bring back the Pony Express. You know, how the mail goes so slow anyway. Miley Cyrus will be a guest on 2.5 Men. Miley said, of course, I came to the set to see what half a man looks like. Oh, brother. Clint Eastwood, 82, did his bit in front of an empty chair representing President Obama at the Republican National Convention.
Oh, that's right. I read about that.
Plans for a Democratic Convention rebuttal were to have the late Phyllis Diller talking to an empty fridge representing Mitt Romney. I was going to put a couch, stool, lazy boy, but I came up with
I have absolutely no idea what that means, but I
I think it's funny. A couple more here. A woman.
Well, I was thinking about that Clint Eastwood thing. I mean, here's a guy who made a career out of doing mediocre films, and now he gives a mediocre speech.
Well, I think he had great films that didn't even make mediocre speech.
His films weren't that great. Most of his
until I found out he was Republican.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I was a big Clint Eastwood fan when I was a kid, and yeah, certain of his films were good, but if you went back and looked at a lot of them were really not great. They were, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the early ones, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Do I have time? I got time.
I think we got time.
A woman just received a bionic eye. What's next?
Yeah.
Bionic armpits that don't stink? No longer stink. For the second year, Jerry Lewis will not be hosting the MDA telethon. And Jerry said, oh, they'll never find a cure now. They could have at least gotten Rickles to fill in.
I heard he's changed over. He's now going to be hosting the MDMA telethon.
What does that stand for?
It's some psychedelic drug.
Oh, come on. Last one. The number of unemployed can reach from the West Coast to the East Coast standing in a single line. That's true. That's true.
Wow.
Now, that's a job possibility. Why don't they just have them do that as a job? Get paid to, like, stand in line to see how long... Never mind. That's my news bit.
Oh, that's your news bit. I just got some stories that I saw Justin Bieber on Letterman a while ago, and I was talking about bad education, how people seem to be getting dumber. I don't know. And he made this remark he referenced the Sistine Chapel. And Letterman had to correct him about it meant the Sistine Chapel. Yeah, as painted by Michael D'Angelo. You know, famous artist.
I keep thinking Christine Chapel was the name of the nurse on Star Trek. Was it Nurse Chapel?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
But this weird thing happened to me. I did go to a party earlier this week, and I met this guy dressed all in black, and he was very severe. And I said, what's going on? And he said, I'm a nihilist. He goes, I hate everything, and I believe in nothing. Jeez. I got kind of pissed off at him. I said, yeah, well, I'm a pacifist, and I think I hate you. And I belted the guy. And he went down, I put the boots to him, and kicked him in the ribs a couple of times, and said, how'd you like that, you goddamn nihilist? Huh. So anyway, my court-appointed attorney then got me a psychiatrist who was able to testify and get me out of jail, keep me from going to jail. He had me diagnosed as a passive-aggressive borderline pacifist.
Is that possible?
I screwed up the joke in there, but that was
pretty close.
I got the punchline.
One less nihilist.
What do you got? Adele has another one of his famous expanded numbers jokes with
Oh.
very high digits.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna use it as a fan for this show, but
Okay. What do we got here?
we've got how much the presidents are really worth.
If you got Taft, is the bit Taft on?
I didn't put Taft on there. It's more I should-
Taft is my favorite.
Let's see. I
president.
guess Washington is worth about $1,000.
$1,000. which was
Lincoln is worth was $35,000.
$35,000.
Nixon, a nice hefty $2 million. Clinton, about $4 million, double that. Obama, he's up there, $45 million. And if Mitt Romney becomes president, of course, he's worth at least
a gazillion.
$1
Yeah.
And of course, me, I doubt if I'll ever be president. I'm worth
Yeah, negative
$9,000. That's about how
Okay.
much I'm worth.
One of Dell's inflated numbers, Joe.
See, I put the sign up there so I could make a still out of it. You know, just have it. Like,
Oh, all right.
so even if you can't see the sign, you know. Sign says will be shot on sight. So I tuck my hair up under my hat. Say, hey, who gives you the right?
I think you're veering off. I don't know where you're going. You're in the twilight zone of the 70s.
Yeah, I was doing that other.
I was going to
place
comment.
or whatever.
I've been looking at some of Dell's other comedy stuff that he does on this cable access show. He's got it out on the internet now. He did a bit called The Other Stooges.
Yeah, the other
lost
Stooges.
footage found in Mo Howard's
Trash can.
trash cans that was supposed to be. Yeah, that was pretty odd to say the least. But he did a bit.
I played part of Snaggles.
I thought was kind of funny where he played former President William Howard Taft. He was supposed to play an actor, a fat actor, getting fatter to play Taft.
Yeah, that was the other sketch.
As far as I'm concerned, the mere mention of Taft is funny. Taft is the funniest president we've ever had.
Yeah.
Because he was super fat, and it's true he once got stuck in the White House bathtub. And apparently he had to be gotten, I don't know how they got him out there, used pieces of wood and cantilevered him out.
Right.
I don't know.
Apparently he doesn't wear harnesses like I do.
Block and tackle.
Block and
maybe?
tackle.
I don't know. But the funny part of this is there was a woman in it, and she started singing the theme to Shaft, but with Taft, which I thought it was really funny. But it reminds me of something my sister said to me, and she's got a weird sense of humor like me, and it was after Thanksgiving dinner, and I was really full, and I went and I was laying on the sofa like a beached whale, and she just walked in and with this disdain looked at me down her nose and said, "Look at you, Taft." She sneered and walked away. And I started laughing just the way she delivered it because, I'm skinny. And I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Taft was fat. I'm skinny. And she looked at me and she goes, "You might as well be fat, so you're Taft." Taft. And then she walked away.
He's like the poster boy
It's just
for
the
fat
way
guys.
she sneered it at me. I was dying laughing. I was inconsolable with laughter. Yeah. So for a long time, she used to call me Taft. Yeah.
Right on. They say that
story.
They say that President Taft is one mean mother.
Taft.
Talk about Taft.
Taft was one.
Oh my gosh.
There's something always funny about Taft. Yeah, I don't know.
We gotta be probably get towards the end here. I'm gonna get.
One thing I was going to mention, a story that I had that. Did you know that years ago when I ran for political office, I got into trouble with the local KKK?
Really?
Yeah, because I was running on a pro-miscegenation platform. And apparently the local Grand Imperial Cyclops was very angry with me.
Grand Wizard or Grand Cyclops.
The Grand Imperial Cyclops, yeah. And I saw an old newsreel footage of the Grand Imperial Cyclops raging about that miscegenation would cause mongrelization of the races.
Ooh.
And I told him that I was very pro-mongrelization of the races. He did not take kindly to that. Yeah. And I saw him wearing his outfit, the robes. And I looked at those robes and they had this fancy red pinstriping down there, and I was wondered who put those robes together. Who designed that? I mean, to me, that has all the earmarks of Mrs. Imperial Cyclops having put the
Yeah,
robes
little
together for him.
help for
So
that.
I imagine Mrs. Imperial Cyclops at the old Singer sewing machine, you know, the old paddle model, thinking, you're going to look really sharp with this piping there, you know. Yeah.
It's incredible.
That was my big gag there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Folks, clan jokes.
I think we're done for this week. It was a hell of a
We're done for, that's for sure. We need ratings. Come on, man. Watch our show.
I think our Nielsen's are plummeting. We still got our fans in Japan. In fact, we got
That's good.
we got the Fukushima 5 are watching us. And yeah, anyway, we got some other things in the works. We do have some ancillary projects in the works. So stay tuned. You know, we got a whole second season coming, and lots of stuff going on. As usual, we got our shout outs to Gretchen, our #1 fan.
Yes.
I hope we haven't lost her, you know.
No.
And
I don't think
we got any other shout outs? Unfortunately, we were supposed to have a guest on our show
she'll
today,
be back next week.
but she wasn't able to make it. Had previous commitments, as it were.
Things happen.
Managerial problems,
You're right.
agency problems.
Agency problems.
Either that or she watched the show and thought otherwise.
No, she'll be back.
Yeah?
She'll be back.
Did she watch the show and thought it could be a career ender appearing on here?
Who knows? Could be a career starter.
Highly unlikely. Okay, folks, come back next week. We'll be right here. You know where we are.
On the couch.
On the couch. Right. Oh. Credits, man.
Credits.
Yeah.
Credits.
That was a slow show.
It was alright.
I was tired
Yeah.
this week.
Can't expect everyone to be a freaking home run hitter. The crack of the bat.
I don't like jumping up to the bar. I like to limbo under the bar.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we wave? I'm like the Beverly Hillbillies.